Yes, Konnichi GWAN, because the guy's in here, Jamaican content creator. I'm here with a guest today. I've known him for a very long time, actually. So I'll allow him to introduce himself to you. Go ahead, sir.
Hey guys, my name is Jiri Mills. Currently live in Japan, and I've known Andre for like I want to say almost could be 20 years now, maybe. When I used to see you in the Arden streets, you know what I mean?
You weren't being kind of together at one point, waste man. You joined for like
I
a week
believe so.
or
You know,
so,
actually, I didn't join for a week. It
a
was like
month.
a 2 months or so,
Yeah, man, just
so.
disappear.
You know,
Private
yeah. I will
recruit
tell you,
Mills
say
J.
it's my mother tell me say I getting
Andrew.
too dark in the sun. You know, and their sun's
Oh,
supposed to be brown. So
oh wow. Your mother have the
really,
coloration
really,
thing from Joe, which is
yeah,
just interesting. All right, cool,
right.
cool, cool. Um, yeah, so we both have been in Japan for at least 10 years. Um,
Uh,
I think Jiri actually came a year after me, actually. So
uh,
I fought in April and Jiri came this November
what year you
after
came?
2014,
Yeah, you're right. I came 2015, November
right?
2015. So
November
it's
2015.
actually like, it's literally 10 years now.
Oh wow, happy anniversary. Wait, is it? Tomorrow, 15th is when? No, Saturday. So on the Saturday will be your actual 10 years in Japan.
Yeah. Right,
That's
right,
crazy.
right, right, right.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Um, did you
yeah,
ever think you're going to be in Japan this long? Like your first, like for me, I thought I was saying 2, 3 years max.
yeah.
And then
Uh, I feel like for most people it's the same number, you know. I gave myself like, I just say 3 years, 5 years max, get some money and then, go back home and thing. But here we are, you know,
here we
boy,
are,
10 years in,
still
you know.
and still don't have the money to go back home quite yet. But yeah, man, the headphones are
Oh
going
boy.
weird already. Headphones. Yeah, I need some new headphones by the way, because this is not it. But
Yeah, just buy some
interesting.
AirPods.
We're not gonna do this. We're not doing this. Yeah. So interestingly enough, so we have been here and we have lived in different sides of the world. Different in terms of Japan, because I think people forget how big Japan can be, or how big Japan is
Mhm.
in reality. Because the
Right.
map is such a deceiving thing. And the map is built to prop up certain countries to look bigger than others for mental reasons, of course, and psychological reasons. But
Right.
I had no idea when I came to Japan. We do research, like light research. As Jamaicans, we just know so whatever the bread there, that's where we're going to go. And when I came, I had no idea how huge Japan is. It's when I first traveled, like within the country, like going from Toyota to Tokyo. I was like, yo, this country is actually pretty big. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Now, like, to be honest, with you, of course, I've always been to I've been to the States and everything, so I'm used to in terms of like a decent sized country, but like Japan, I really thought it was literally a small country. Not in comparison to Jamaica, everywhere is kind of like big,
Big,
but at the
yeah.
same time, yeah, it was a lot bigger than I thought it was. I think when I realized like how big it really was when I heard that the population of Kyoto alone is like
Mhm.
5 million people. Kyoto alone,
And
right?
that's
And as a
bigger than the entire Jamaican population in Jamaica at
exactly,
any
and
point in history.
that is one prefecture.
One prefecture,
Isn't
and
it? So
actually Tokyo is probably the most populated city in the world.
yeah,
Like I think it's
yeah. So
13 million or something like that. 13 million
Tokyo,
or
so we have
35,
we have a
35,
listener, it's about 35.
35, 35, 35
Yeah.
million. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Mumbai
crazy.
is
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I know Mumbai is mad crowded with all how they do the trains and stuff, and the cultures are different. Speaking of being here for 10 years, let's just look back at some um uh, highlights in the 10 years. In terms of like other foreigners in Japan, what has your interaction been like for the most part? What do you think?
Like I feel like with other foreigners here, the fact that Jamaicans are so rare, I've always almost had a positive interaction with other foreigners.
Okay.
I would say it's also like
Mm.
enjoyable in terms of, being Jamaican, you don't get to meet a lot of different cultures per se, like especially like when it comes to like European cultures, we don't get to meet them on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? But since Japan is such a social hub. You know what I mean? People like to travel here all the time. You just get that experience where it's like you get to meet so many different people. And
Mhm.
I mean, for me, for the most part, it's just been fun getting to understand other people's like culture and everything like that. So, you know.
I would say in terms of because in Jamaica, a lot of people don't understand how diverse we are. We do have the influence from like the Netherlands, Germany, like Saint Elizabeth side, African, because obviously from Africa, mostly Western Africa, Ghana, and so Nigerians as well. We have Asian influence, heavy Chinese, Japanese, less Korean than that,
Mm,
but Indian. So we kind of get a little exposure to that. But in terms of like a full like cultural plateau, like different experience,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Japan has opened the horizon for us. Uh, Many of us have traveled to other countries before, but in terms of
Mm,
an extended period of living, I think yeah, Japan is the only other place I've lived, and it has. I mean, the experience has been mostly positive because I'm still here. There are a couple of things
yeah.
that I don't like I guess I've been vocal about, and that's why people don't really like me that much. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I
I
might tell
mean,
it. I'm like,
I can agree. I can agree when it comes to, I don't know if I want to mention any specific
not
countries
yet.
or cultures, you
Mhm,
understand?
mhm,
Not yet, but like some of them can, rub it the wrong way for, a better sense of the word, you know what I mean?
mhm,
They think a
mhm.
lot of themselves. Like we think a lot of ourselves as Jamaicans, but
But we can
we
back it
don't,
up. At
it's
least we
not
back
like
it up
in your
though.
face. Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah,
know what
it's
I
not
mean?
like
It's
it's
different.
a laid
Yeah,
back type confidence. Them is just like so. Yeah, yeah. You don't know. You just listen.
exactly, exactly.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
almost like the, people always try to find a way to like be brag, almost like braggadocious and brag. It's like I don't know. It is what it is at the end of the day. But
I mean, we're just smooth with it, you know what I mean? You know, that's how it go.
some might say, yeah. In your ten
Mm.
years, which has been which country you feel has it in your interactions in Japan has like the weirdest experience been like the weirdest like something that's making sense. I can start. I'm not gonna lie. I have many. I'm gonna sound like that guy, but I'm going to sound like that guy. I'm going to sound like right now, and I want you to
Uh,
listen to me. I want you to look in the camera and look at me now. When I say this, I definitely don't mean all of you are like this because people lose context and nuance. But many of these men from a particular country who happen to be black, who happen to just tend to be so wild and weird. And I don't know why they're so wild and weird. I'm weird, no, but it's not good weird. You know, that's like different weird. They are weird, which is creepy, almost provoking, almost annoying. And not only the black ones. The white one, them too. It's just I don't know something about the country. I don't know if them to have too much GMO food or it's just how they were raised. I don't know, dog. The tell you why I said this is that one time something to me, or two times something, or three times something to me in the club. This American dude, like him don't know how to act around women, and he don't know how to act around men either, because I don't know what that was about. In your face, and him just some. I'm like, yo, bro, you got a lot of, you got a lot of, bro. It's the good stuff, man. I'm like, bro, don't come near with that because you know how Japan is with that something, right? That
yeah, yeah,
green
yeah, yeah.
tree. But this one is out there, you got a lot of me. And and then look, if see a girl dancing, I'm say so. I'm go down upon the level of the boot, I'm ready for rest in my head. I say, oh brother, that's rest.
Yeah, so them not play with them look thing there.
But I mean,
Not for me, bro.
that's not, I guess it's just not for me. It's not my
Mm,
style. So let me not say they're weird. Let me just say for me, I don't rock with that, as the Americans would say. That's not my thing. So I'll leave it to this. But what about you?
mm. I mean, you speaking specifically to like men?
No, interactions with man, woman, and whatever they identify as. I mean, I don't know, because I don't want to get canceled and then here go weird. But to be honest,
I mean,
men
I mean, for
presenting.
me, to me, still, I don't consider it a pre-man because it's not like a pre-man. But at the same
Right.
time, in terms of a lot of my personal experiences, I would say it's not like with men per se like that. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
for me, a weird experience. I don't know how PG this is supposed to be or not. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? I don't know.
mhm. It's not
But
a bad word.
for me, the weirdest, I'll try my best. The weirdest experience I would say I'd had was with a Filipino or Filipina girl. And, me and I was doing a thing. And, I would say, I like to do my thing in the bedroom and thing. But when she did this boy, I was like, no man, this enough for me. Is it me? I remember when she must have licked her finger, put her finger in her mouth, and then try and put her finger into my mouth while we were doing things.
Mm.
And I was like, no sir, nope, 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 nope.
It's saliva.
Bro,
I don't
that
understand.
was for me that was the most like shocking thing at the time. Like, is it like I'm
So
into
the
like
so
them
like
nicest
so
there, but
basically
that was a bit
the
too much.
a bit too much. Sorry. Would you hope what? No, I say that. I just think people mm, the way
But
I
but
haven't.
you mentioned the American guys. I would
Mm,
say, generally speaking, though, I do find a lot of them overly aggressive and overly sure of themselves, and then people can kind of take that in a negative or a negative context in a way. You get me? But in terms of like people that I would par with or whatever, I personally never feel like any type of way with like pairing with our American youth. But
oh,
just
100%,
seeing them
100%.
and how they act when they come in the club,
It
yeah,
depends. I just think people, you don't matter which nationality you are, you just have weird people in forever in the world. I think that's
yeah,
one of the
yes,
main things you get to
yeah,
miss with like the
yeah.
stereotype. But generally speaking, there are just weird people in every country, every creed, every race. However, when the majority of persons' experiences happen to be with a particular race or creed, then no, people start saying, boy, XYZ. I'm telling you something. Women have it hard enough. Man have it hard on the street. So here's how I will put it now. So for women in Japan, they're
Uh,
always averse and they don't want to say no and stuff. And some of these men do not take no for answer. And
mm,
because they're used to getting through, I guess, whatever, they oftentimes like are very aggressive. And we get almost uncomfortable sometimes, see when they
mm,
move towards the girls. And for me, especially coming at
mm,
MC, I'm certain things kind of say, yo, security kind of just check on that person for me. Or if the girls, literally last week, and a girl say,
mm,
yo, why this man in her ears,
mm.
I try rate. And so my sister see that and just call her, hey, let's go to the bathroom. And because that girl do it, it don't look away. As a man, was it me for go intervene?
Mm.
No, it go look at your man try taking girl. Speaking of
Yeah,
which,
like you're trying to the girl.
not even that. I was emceeing at the club and I'm there, and this girl sit down at the table. I don't know, I was here a man apart from that anyway. So I said, hey, what's your name? Because I went around the club talking to him.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, what is all of this for? Like, what is all of this bravado? What is all this wildness for? I'm like, bro, I've been talking to everybody in the club. I just making sure she's good. I wasn't like
Mm.
flirting or anything. I just asked her like what songs she want to hear or anything. I literally just asking
I
her.
feel I feel like nowadays,
Mm,
like I don't want to say this whole toxic because I don't really believe in toxic masculinity or anything like that, you know. But this whole thing where men have to act overly protective of them girl is becoming more of like a frequent thing, you know what I mean? So
mhm,
especially when them see another man talking to them girl, them have to kind of like both of them chest like, oh, who yo, watch yourself now, my girl that and ray, you know what I mean? But
mm. Well, I
I
thought
don't
girls
know,
said they're not
them do have
nobody's
go on so.
property. It's weird to me. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, I never really, yeah, you understand? My place, me now.
Uh,
Him can't buy it. Because when I whoop him gone out of the house.
uh,
But you raise an interesting point. For me, my problem is, my brother too very nonchalant. A girl me like, I might talk to her, I might get her vibes, and she vibe with me. Then this next use, especially Japanese youth, them comes look for vulture, 'cause them style is them way for see you talk to the girl. I know you know that, right? And the way for see you talk to the
we
girl,
know this.
and when the girl who wasn't talking to him, if it talk to the gear vibes, and especially if it's Japanese is limited, them come swooping, oh, like to drink here. I say, oh, yeah, we're good still. You know what I mean? When older, back then, let's
Uh,
make his rest scarred out. No, anybody must too much people around,
I
bro. We kind
you
of
can
just,
just have to get your space, try to get your space
I'm gonna
from them.
just take with myself, come in it, because a lot, bro, there's so much drama in these streets. People, they would, I mean, I try to avoid it, isn't it? Because I have enough drama in my life as a,
All of the Japanese guys, but them really don't have much confidence, you know. So
they
like
have
them
not
see
game,
you
them only have money for spend. They must
the
spend money. And
exactly,
so
exactly. And that's how money will only take you so far in these streets. And that's why enough of them girls still get, you
take
understand?
away.
Even though them have money. Right. So I mean, you have to have game, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
But
talk
you know,
less stuff
when
about this
I
industry too.
realize, you know, them have a style where it's like they will offer you a drink,
Yeah.
they will try dance beside you. Like say you and them are friends, you know what I mean?
G, your camera chip out. The camera
Just
just chip out. G, your camera
hold
chip
on
out.
there.
That's what happened.
You can see me now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it have a reaction thing.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, say the Japanese guys them have a style where it's like they will either come buy you a drink,
Mm-hmm.
they will try dance beside because you're black, you know, so they think all black people can dance. You know what I mean?
Which
So them
not
try
to
dance
lie,
beside it to make
but
it
yeah,
look
yeah, yeah.
like
Get in
to
and
make it look like,
yeah, they're
oh,
my friend, yeah.
yeah, right. And then after that, now them try to talk to the girl that
The girl.
you know, right? Yeah,
So
what
them
about
all, so,
that?
but I mean, the newer generation of guys different. Our generation, some of them kind of weird, but them don't have them bread
Uh,
already. By our age, them probably fully. If you were a salary man, you're earning like almost like 400,000 a month. You don't cook. You're single gentleman. You don't really eat a lot. All it is drink for the weekend basically. So you're basically just a go. You know, it is what it is. I don't remember when we used to party together back in the day, and the
mm,
amount of
Nagoya
situations
Dave.
we Nagoya days, boy. I'll tell you. To be honest,
Uh,
I still feel that IT girl them hotter than two. Let's go. Let's just say straight. Hold on. Which city
careful.
prefecture? Which city prefecture you think
Uh,
has the most attractive girls in terms of the whole aesthetic? So the face, the body, everything.
mm,
Because
all right, you know,
cuteness is Japanese style. Everything in Japan, them say
yeah, yeah,
cute,
yeah,
kawaii,
yeah, yeah,
kawaii.
yeah.
But in terms of the whole, from a foreigner's perspective, too, because remember that our beauty standards kind of different.
Mm.
As a Jamaicans, we kind of like a more holistic
Uh,
approach to things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to say I've heard Fukuoka, but I've never actually been to Fukuoka to say oh
Mhm.
Fukuoka girls, right? I would say like Osaka, Kobe
Mhm. Mhm.
would be the most like attractive
Caribbean
girls to most
friendly.
foreigners.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah?
most
You
Caribbean
think so?
friendly. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do think so. I do
Wow.
think so. Tokyo, to me, Tokyo girls are not really Tokyo girls because so many people go to Tokyo from all over the place. You don't know really who
That is
is
100% true, bro.
Tokyo. You get what I'm
The
saying?
real Tokyo living girls
So
probably not even them take care
easy
of
me.
themselves
So
though. Can't tell you that. Them take care of themselves,
yeah, I
bro.
mean, but most Japanese girls take care of themselves though.
That's true. That's true. And if them
So yeah,
I would say Aichi still. Nagoya, Aichi Toyota, man, when they have the Brazilian mix them.
the
Whew,
Brazilian miss. I know. Say you was going to say that, you know. I know you was going to say that, you know.
trouble. Brazilian,
Yeah,
especially if they
it
get the right
different.
mix. With the right, yeah, they are different. Um,
Yeah.
What about you think like in terms of Japan, in terms of like the seasons and stuff, like all right, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite season in Japan? Because we don't have season in Jamaica. We have rainy season and hot season and I suppose with
Mm,
hurricane season. Sorry, Melissa.
you know, I would actually say fall is my favorite season.
Of course.
Fall.
Spring.
I want to say spring, but like since I developed the allergies,
Yeah, you
it not
kinda
as enjoyable as it was like one
Oh
time. You know
really?
what I mean? But fall kind
That's
of
how
just
bad they
chill.
are?
Yeah, man.
Beer sneeze, yeah, sneeze over there.
I mean, now it get better when I learn how to take the what you call it there,
Medicine.
the medicine, right? When I learned to take the medicine now, the experience is better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I still really,
All kind of blood,
it's,
bees and them
yeah,
something.
it kind of annoying.
And
But like
flu that.
when that is good, I would say spring is really really enjoyable. So between spring and fall, the summer here is just kind of too humid. You know what I mean?
Everybody knows that me hate
Yeah.
winter. So it's either I think this spring is my time. Hanami, cherry blossom.
And drinking and them thing there. No man.
I haven't had a Hanami drinking in a long time, bro. Like a proper
When
mason on
when is
a
the last time
cherry
you drink
tree.
strong zero? Huh? When's the last time you drink strong zero?
I don't know. Sometime this year, maybe early in the year, like summer. Like I
Yeah.
don't
I
I
think
remember I used
the
to bust
last
that every weekend, bro. No, actually, not gonna lie. At one point I was going
that
almost
was
every other day.
that was the pre-drink.
Yeah, that's a drink. Yeah, no, believe me, Japan had something. I think they've also changed how they mix it because there's not as much sugar anymore in the ones they're offering. Remember back in the days, the
Mm,
ones with the sugar, mostly now it's mostly just the flavor but no sugar. So they give the flavor without sugar
mm.
now. When I try to cut it out. But strong zero,
So
bro.
something tastes worse than
Too strong zero, bro. The lemon flavor, you go on the road.
uh,
Two of those tall
uh,
boys, the tall one them, yeah. I don't think you see anybody who had come to Japan in between 2014 and 2020. Yeah, man, that is a time to be alive, brother. Strong zeros up pop, and you put your little buckle of whiskey in your bag and go to the party, and you do your little magic, pour by one drink and then you
yeah.
start pour. Yeah, take it till you make it. Now I don't even buy only if I want I buy drinks. No, problem. Like
Mm.
if I want, like yeah, but I don't. I don't say, oh, give me this, great.
I mean, but you're in the club though, so you don't even really need to like,
No, I stopped drinking. I
buy
haven't
drinks like
drank in
that.
the
No?
last weekend from October. They stopped drinking in October, and
Mm,
'cause I was taking medication. The boss at the club said, "Yo, you have to drink." No, him order me a Hennessy and coke, and I just feel almost like I feel sick, brother. Not sick, but
mm,
I was like, yo, that's not into it. What happened now, since I moved to Tigashichiwa, it's like 1 hour and 10 minutes to get home. Like, boom. So I don't even feel, not drunk like this because of come on, tired, sleep, wake up, but no. It's a nice because if I wake up, I don't feel like groggy and dead. It's just like, oh, look,
yeah,
respiratory
yeah,
train,
yeah.
boom, jump off and move. So I kind of just try not to as consume as much alcohol.
All right. So I don't really drink that much, you know. Like I usually just drink like 2 glasses of whiskey and for the night, and that's me. You know what I mean?
You drink
I'm
it
getting
neat.
older now, so we not really need to drink as much as one time for to
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
We pass that now. We will pass. Actually, a couple of times we were doing some nights at the club really bad. Like there's nobody there. I'm just
Mm.
giving them drinks so fast. I'm enjoying myself. And by the time we start drinking, people start walking. At 1 o'clock, people start walking at the club like 50 people. So where that come from?
uh,
Well, we done charge
you
already.
lit.
Yeah, man. But also, you start affect my voice. 'Cause when I start drinking, I controlling myself. So I start to shout a bit
Mhm.
more, and then I have to fix the voice. And yeah, then I protect that thing there. You see me? Let's get into some
Protect the money
ratings.
maker.
See, it is some ratings. So we'll go overrated or underrated. See, overrated, underrated. Cool.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna start with some food. What's food you think? Sushi, overrated or underrated?
I'm gonna say overrated.
Interesting. Any what do you mean, like the expensive one or the conveyor belt one or the like
I
what
mean,
exactly?
I speak specifically to the conveyor belt one, but I've had expensive ones as well. It's
Mm.
good, but in comparison to what we have experienced as Jamaicans, you can't really compare. There's no like flavor. You know what I'm saying? It's more
Mm.
of an experience more so than a like an actual like explosion of taste. You get what I'm saying? That's what I find at
Man,
least.
man, this you heard it here first. Black man says sushi is trash. I mean, all right. As long as it's not me. Apparently, it's the messenger's issue. Maybe if you were doing what I was doing, you'd probably go kind of bit more aesthetically pleasing to the crowd. So I mean, some of you are doing, I mean, and I mean, this is still. For me, sushi, yeah, I think it's all right. All right. Ramen, noodles.
Ramen, the real ramen is lit. I'd say
Mm,
it's underrated.
yeah, not the
Yeah.
Ichiran rubbish. The Ichiran,
I remember when bro, you remember when Kyle came here? The man was here for
every day.
like probably like a the man eat
Every day the
ramen
dog want ramen.
every day, bro.
I never know you
You know
till
what I'm
you're the
saying?
one supposed to.
Yeah.
Would you go to the place after the club and the Chinese shop with the big and the man still I go and then we go the next day before the club. Before the club we go somewhere go eat noodles again. Something I say, yo, bro, like what
Yes,
would I do?
bro. The man, say no, say ramen is lit, bro. I can't lie. I
All
can't lie.
right,
It's
yeah.
different. It's different here. I've only ate not a one time, right?
How much is that? How much
Trash.
it?
Trash. Never again. Never.
Remember I was the biggest advocate for calling not to trash, And as the biggest as a spit out and throw in the garbage bin, do video. Go want
Yeah,
to go
man.
eat natto is straight in the bin. Natto
Uh,
is not bad, bro. Man, never try me get old.
yeah.
I'm a taste buds about fade, but natto is okay. I would
Yeah,
say
man.
even
Yeah,
low
you get
key
older.
on a good
You get,
day, natto and rice a little egg. Trouble. Trouble.
nah, but I still can't do that. 10 years in, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
In terms of your experience, let me just double check. Let's pause the section for a second. Um, what are your truths? How you feel about the new prime minister, like the new prime minister of Japan? Do you have any thoughts on
Oh,
her
I
and
mean,
what she meant?
I mean, I like her. I mean, I like her. Like I hear what she's saying when it comes in terms to like when it comes in terms of the other foreigners here. But I mean, I respect her. Like I feel like if you came here illegally, you need to go home. You know, what I mean, people here as foreigners, they came here through like legal means and they might work hard and try to make the money. Whereas the people that came here, I would say illegally. I'm not saying they're all doing things like wrong, but they paint a picture on foreigners that is not necessarily the best image, you know what I mean? And then once a foreigner does something here, them could be black, them could be white. A foreigner is a foreigner here. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So once one person does something wrong, it look bad on everybody. You know what I mean? Apart from that, I feel like she's very firm. She's making her voice be heard as well. And I mean, I like how she's moving in comparison to the older
let's
heads. You
not forget that
understand?
she's also old. So let's not act like she's a young
But
girl.
I'm
Here,
saying the
here
older heads, as in the
older
previous
heads, yeah,
ones. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Previous people say. All right, here was I.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw the video on Instagram that kind of do little numbers, not much, but it's doing numbers. I think it is 67,000 views today. The one
Mm.
where I post the new prime minister, POV, Japanese new prime minister, elected their first new female prime minister, but That was rage bait. 100% rage bait.
Yeah.
I never really
Uh,
was into anything, right? But Papa
yeah.
Jesus, the rage bait work. People come tell me about my mother. People say, come out of the country. Why don't leave Japan alone? Look at this victim. Look at this American. Go back to your country, you American. I'm like, the best one, Jiri. Are you even in Japan? What does it matter to you? You're not Japanese. You're not even in Japan. I'm like,
People just talk rubbish, bro.
bro, I swear that half of them are bots, bro. Half of them are bots. And this Filipino was up in there defending Japan. I'm like, bro, they don't even like you. Let's be real. You're also a foreigner, you know that, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. A lot of things, you have to know that they do it for context, and also they take things out of context. And the work. I just put stuff that I saw online. Upon
Yeah.
reading, researching properly and listening, she does want to, and I've asked women about her, like women that I work with, and they say, they're excited to see what she's going to do, and she wants to work to ensure that the persons who are disenfranchised, persons who are not corporate, persons who are normal everyday citizens in Japan don't have to work as hard. She also, of course, wants to crack down on people, fraud, people who are getting welfare checks that don't need to get welfare checks as foreigners. But she also
Yeah, I heard about that as
Japanese
well.
people too, who are doing the same thing or worse, because many other Japanese people get the little. So if you go to City Hall and get the red mark, little mark with the red and the plus sign, heart on it, heart and plus sign, quote unquote, mental issue, but you have an issue, disability or a challenge or whatever, you get welfare of almost what we get as teachers as per month benefits, like 200 for
Yes.
like 240,000 yen, 230,000 yen per month as a benefit from the government. So people are milking the system, and not only Japanese, but foreigners. But once foreigners do it, though, it's not your country and you are a guest. This is around, guys. Hold on, I'm getting somewhere. They say that as a guest, you are to respect the country's rules and laws and do as you're told. Also, guests are afforded certain amenities. As a guest is not supposed to be treated the same as a regular person. That's what guest means, Guest Wi-Fi, you get this special. Wi-Fi might not be the greatest, but you get a Wi-Fi unrestricted. Cool. You go to a hotel as a guest. You pay to stay and you get all the amenities. Staff can't get the same thing that you get, right? Because you're a guest and you stay for a limited time. That is the premise. Now, if all foreigners who live in Japan are guests, why are we paying almost the same, if not more? In some cases, taxes, we pay pensions, but we're not allowed to, quote unquote, vote, not allowed to influence policy.
As a foreigner, you pay tax? You pay tax, Andre? Really? I didn't know that. I
pay every 2 months.
Because them feel like, so we don't pay tax either. That's the thing. Them think we just here. You know what I mean? Taking all the money.
We pay tax. But here's the thing, and that is what people run on, misinformation. So the Sanseta party is running with this. Foreigners don't do taxes, foreigners get a welfare checks they're not supposed to get. Meanwhile, they can't even get pension payments from their own Japanese people. That's why foreigners are brought in to help pay the pension for the people so they can eat them sushi and them green tea. So spare me.
Exactly.
All right. So with that, that's one thing. Two, they said people, not me, people said she's not really feminist and she doesn't promote women in her thing and whatever. That's what people say. I don't know. It is what it is at the end of the day. As long as she don't kick me out because I have been paying my bills, I pay my taxes, and do whatever. It's just an interesting thing that people always say once the West is adopting something, they say, oh, leave your Western values out here. But yes, you need the Western people to buy your groceries, buy your goods, exports. You need Western people to buy your stuff. You take Western culture, dancing, breakdancing, their style, Afrobeats, everything you take it from the West. You take the food, fast food restaurants. All right, if you get rid of foreigners, just clear out everything that is foreign. Since you don't need us, and get back to being self-sufficient. Because if that is the case, and that's what you want, you're back here in Imperial Japan, you guys are going to be in problems because your population is growing at a rate that can't be sustained.
The population not even growing.
What exists unless they want to have a culling, i.e., they cull themselves by not having sex, or the sex that produces babies, because they're having sex out here. I don't think people understand. Wholly sex are going on, but it's not the sex that is either way to produce babies or is something they want to be out in the public because a lot of them, doing stuff that they don't consider cheating, but it's cheating in other places in the world. Story for that day.
Yo, but you do know that I feel like I do not see this a lot in what you call it there. I don't see this a lot in news or on socials.
Uh-huh.
Japanese women get pregnant, you know, bro. They deal with that thing rapidly, you know, brother.
Oh, the
I remember
abortion
saying it's not a Christian culture, you know, so them don't really,
have that
you know,
stigma.
and I would say they don't care, but it's, yeah, that is not like embedded in their mind where,
Mhm.
like, oh, I have a baby, I need to have the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The first thing that comes to their mind is, oh, I'm pregnant, let me try and get, I don't say get rid of this, but, you know, clear
Get rid of
myself
the entity.
before it reach up right before, you know what I mean? For some men, that sound like heaven for them, you know what I mean?
But they might
But
murderer.
yeah,
Did you
that is
know?
literally what they're doing, bro.
And the whole thing about STIs, them don't get it. Them clean. STI is like a cold to them. It's like a fever. Something you just take a drink and
Yeah.
you go on about your business. People out here,
Yeah.
bro. With I don't know if you saw the video with the guy say, yeah, I have herpes and yeah, I have sex with people regardless. I don't care. I mean, STI, what's that really? He said he has sex without condom, I don't care. So that sort of
Mm.
thing, especially with the prostitution, also get this, Jerry. The host club situation in Japan is really dire right now because a lot of women get hooked and they're unable to pay the bill them owe the host. So to pay off
Mm.
the bill or debt, they turn to prostitution. Turn into
Uh,
prostitution and they work and they try to pay off the debt. One. Two, what is happening now? More Japanese women are becoming prostitutes. One. Two, sorry. Three, women are not only selling to Japanese men, they're selling to foreigners. That is where
uh,
the issue has come in. Because more Japanese women are having sex with foreigners, which increases the chance of them getting pregnant for foreign. And it's not an issue. It is not an issue because they're having sex with foreign men. Not the issue is
mm.
not the prostitution. It's the fact of having sex with foreigners and it's becoming a touristy thing for them to do. No, no. To
But I
me,
mean, I think for them, prostitution has always been here, but it just low key. It's so low key that them
no.
don't make it seem like
Yes,
it's a
but
big
it's more
deal.
public now. Woman, there's a part in Shinjuku. Everything happens in Shinjuku. For those who don't know,
Mm.
Shinjuku is basically a red light district. It's a shopping district, but also at night it turns into a whole different country. You understand me?
A massage, you understand?
Massage. That's everywhere. Massage. Please don't get a massage from anybody walking into your office on the street. Dog, every time I remember this, the girl said, oh, I said, no, massage either night. I don't need it. She says, oh, we have nice young girl. What do you mean by you have a nice young girl for me? So is this your ace up your sleeve that you tell foreigners that you have young girl for them? Nice tight young girl,
Mm.
bro. So yeah, man, me just just take what I said because that means nobody. These men out here are nasty, nasty.
Mm. Mm.
Junior high school girl,
Remember say them. I don't even know. I think it's recently them age limit
remove the age of
was it
consent.
increased just by like 2 years or
Yeah,
something like that?
I
Age of
think
consent. It's
I
recently
think
was
they wanted to
increased
lower it.
from like 14 or
Osaka, it
something like
was
that, bro.
15 years old. Osaka was 15 at one point, and they were cussing about it. Why you raising the age of consent? Anyway, that's a story for another day because
Crazy dog.
this is
Crazy.
serious. Might have a little series with jury we can dive in depth into the nuances of the nuances. Osaka versus Kanto. Well, I've only been here for 7 years. Wow, actually been here a while. Can actually do Tokyo
Yeah, man.
versus Kanto, Kansai. What again? Mm-hmm.
Kansai, Kansai.
How has it been for you in terms of your warpan stuff in Japan? Like, what was the inspiration for that? Because I mean, what was the origin
Oh,
story?
how Warpan actually came out. It was actually when I used to live in the countryside. I was leaving from that countryside area to come to Kyoto, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to give back to the kids that I was leaving in the countryside. So I'd like ask them what kind of like character or what kind of like animal they liked, and everybody said they liked a panda. So I was thinking about it, and especially at that time, there were not many like panda characters out. I think probably the only one would have been like Kung Fu Panda,
Mm-hmm.
possibly. So after that, then that is how like the idea of like warp and came about, you know. And then from that point, it just kind of like grew and grew and grew. And just being an artist, like linking up with other artists, the brand kind of like slowly kind of like grew from that point, you know. Photographers like wanted to take pictures of like the merch and stuff like that. And that's how like some of the, like if you go on the Instagram, that's how you see some of the initial like very aesthetically pleasing like pictures. So I used to link with the art community in Japan like big. And then of course after that it just like slowly increased, you know, integrating it with both Jamaican culture and Japanese culture. And yeah, that's how we
Cool.
got here,
What a
bro.
fun. Yeah. I remember initial stages, you know. I was there,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, man, you were
Well,
in
yeah,
it
that's
as
kind of
well
the
as an
narrative
artist,
of
you know what I
this.
mean? A supporter, you know what I mean?
Oh,
The
yeah,
real
well,
G.
yeah. My headphones are dead. I'm gonna like this for me. Um, quickly, Jiri. Is there anything moving to Japan and like just looking back at what you've accomplished so far? Like, is there anything you regret doing or something you think you would have done? Not regret, but something you have done differently in the last, yeah, at any point. Let's say the last 5 years. Anything you'd have done differently?
To be honest with you, I
Mm.
would say I would have not wasted so much of my time with some of the girls them that I link. You know what I mean? I would have probably try to focus a little bit more. You know,
Mm.
I feel like I don't want to say a lot of money was wasted, but a lot of
Oh, a lot of
time
you had a lot of
and
expensive
effort and
experiences.
yeah, that I feel like are not like
That
beneficial
big a
to me
deal to
or were
you,
not
but it was big a
beneficial to
deal
me.
to them too.
Right,
For
exactly, exactly. I
me,
mean,
maybe
it's a learning experience as well. But yeah,
life is a entire class lesson till we're dead. I probably would have done some things differently and not rely so heavily, or not rely, but always give people the benefit of the doubt for certain things, and always justifying or validating something someone has done when no one ever tends to do that for me. So maybe just be a bit more grr than more aggressive
okay,
with certain things.
you're a nice dude, bro. So I mean, generally speaking, you're
I
nice to other
don't know.
people, and
It's yo, but I know, brother. I need to
and
stop this nice thing. It's pissing me off
if
now.
they take advantage of people like that all the time,
I
even
know
though
it's not
you're not
even.
someone who you're
Yeah,
a good
you see
youth.
me.
So it's
It's not
just
even
say,
that. You see me. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah. So where we can find it, Jeremy, is where we can find it. So if people want to, follow up with your collab or link, where can they find you?
you can find me at Jiri Magnificent on Instagram. That's where I would say I'm most active. You can follow Warpan as well at Warpan official on Instagram. I'm sure Andre will just link it somewhere. You know what I mean?
I'll link
And
something on. Definitely.
those are the two main places. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right, this has been the KONNICHI podcast. Kind of low key today. I don't know. Yeah, one of them low key vibe there. Just a chill talk to Bridging. I don't really get into it because trust me, we're not there till tomorrow. I talk.
Uh,
So yeah, it's been real. Because the guys in content creator Johnny. Oh shit. Sure. Hi. All right. Done. Thank you. Gosh. Stop.